Oh no, I forgot to turn that thing off. Hold on a second. There we go. As it everybody, welcome into the Paper Plane Inn. I'm Mikata Nui and thank you guys for waiting for me to come back live. It is so good to see you guys here today. Are you guys having a good day today? Did you guys eat well? Did you guys rest well? Did you also have a good day at work? Or you had a good day in general? If not, then I hope that today's stream will actually make your day a bit more brighter, a bit more better, and you can just sit back and relax as it's going to be an art stream today. Normally we would actually be doing Warframe right about now, but we kind of changed schedules with that when it comes to back in Tuesday. And yeah, a lot of this schedule for this week has been a little bit of a hodgepodge mess, but eventually things might go back to normal as they should yeah. But how is everyone today? How is everyone? I am doing alright. Today I actually got to make myself something completely new for me to eat. That's basically that of how do I actually describe its name? Let me actually go back to YouTube so I can actually see the name of this recipe that I actually took and made. It's done by a guy named Cook, and oh yeah, baked banana oats. That's the one I actually made, and it actually turns out pretty good. I mean, it would be something better. It would be much better if I added flavors such as nuts into it, but I don't have them over in my house. So I just supplement them with chocolate chips because why not? Sometimes a bit of chocolate makes your day a little bit better. But Soul Burner, Boy Splatty, Emerald Marine, hi, welcome back, welcome back. I hope that you guys are doing okay today. Farewell, my magical numbers. It's time to keep the streak counter going. And I am actually grateful that you keep up with the streak. I truly am. Is the gremlin still grounded? Pretty much. But you know the house gremlin by now. She's tend to be a little bit, on the sly end, so odds are she's gonna find a way to weasel her way back into the inn. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's basically her fault that she kind of brought mimics back into the inn. Despite how Hun actually worked so hard to get them out, and oh, poor Hun. He's alive, he's okay. He'll live, I think. But anyways, yeah. I hope that you guys are actually doing okay today. Today, we are going to be tackling ourselves the third week of June Brides, which was supposed to be what we're doing back on Tuesday, but, you know, a lot of stuff happened on Tuesday. But other than that, I am really looking forward to doing this. This is the third week of June Brides, and and it's time for us to actually design our female character, our next up from the lineup. Which the one who won for the Patreon poll is none other than my character. You know what? How about we actually go ahead and go into the podium so you guys actually get to see this, or shall we? Now let me go on Definite Discord, and here we go. I'm guessing no TV for her for a week. By the way, I rounded up 20 mimics for you. Well, I'm grateful, but I had a feeling that there's still more going around the inn. You know, I mean, besides, they really do know how to blend in. It's basically prop hunt season. There's stuff I'd like to happen to get things back on track emotionally, but I'm pretty much unlikely territory. I'm sorry to hear that, Emerald Marine, but I hope you actually do. But if it's really that bad, it's okay to actually take a moment to breathe and rest, and you can actually come back next time. But if you do want to stick around, that's also on you. Just, after all, today is an art stream today, so it's most likely going to be a bit of a relaxing day. Did you watch Dungeon Dad? His latest monster of the week is an interesting one. He got the least art and stat block of one of the coming in the new player's handbook coming on September. Really? I haven't. I don't think I have, but I think I might give it a look. Maybe somewhere down the line later. But yeah. Today we are actually going to be tackling the third of the June Brides lineup, which she is the winner of my poll in Patreon. Everyone, I'm sure you guys are still remember Myyra, my Shatterkai elf warlock, and okay, Golem, you can bring back the volume. Thank you. My Shatterkai elf warlock, who is Pact of the Archfey, and also a bit of eloquence bard, if you will. There's always a chance I'd like to take off from your stream, but overall, they're fine. Oh, thank you, thank you. And yes, this is the subject for today's stream. This is my character, Myyra, and she is a character that I've made back a couple years ago, but now I finally got to play as her in a Planescape game that is run by my friend Savage. And so, yeah, Voice Splatty, it's mommy. I mean, elf girl. Well, she is literally a mom, if you will. Like, this is her little daughter. This is her 5-year-old daughter, if you will. This is Mina, who I also got to play as her in that said Planescape game. And immediately the party actually fell in love with this little tyke. Yes, this one came from this one. She's a literal MILF. So yeah. And Myyra is someone who I also got to draw back in when it comes to swimsuit month last year, which I am thinking about bringing back when it comes to next week to celebrate July. After all, it is the middle of the summer month, so why not? Okay, where is swimsuit month? I know I have it here somewhere. Cute. There it is. Okay, I see it now. And yeah, this is Myyra in the swimsuit month. I'm sure you guys remember that as we speak. And it's been a while since I've actually done that, so yeah. But yes, this is the and this is going to be our character who we're going to be drawing for today's run of June Brides, since she's the one who won from the said poll, and we're going to be it's finally time for her to get to draw her. So yeah. Speaking of, excuse me for a minute. Okay, Emerald Marine, take your time. It's okay. Alright, so let me go ahead and close all this. Now that we actually got that level of context, not you, I need you to stick around. Now that we got that level of context, it's time for us to make use of her as a bride. And hey, hi Savage! Nice to see you there! And yes, she does get to use that swimsuit. Whoever thought that me designing the characters for swimsuit month basically came in useful for when it comes to the Planescape game. And boy, do I have a story to tell on that. Okay. Let's see. Now that it's finally time, I know that she has a similar fashion to when it comes to Melanthe's wear, where she has that bit of that mermaid gown-esque dress, but hers is a little bit on the different end. Do you notice that instead of having a veil that is on her head, she is going to have a veil that is fashioned to that of a cape, if you will. I mean, why not? I had a feeling one of these brides is going to be a little bit different than the other. Ink face, ink body, ink details. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, the Olympics is coming up. Oh, you mean the one that's been held in France? Huh. Well, I hope that those guys actually had a field day when it comes to the Olympics. My day has been about baking chocolate chip cookies without the chips and turn the dough into muffins with a chocolate fudge plopped in each muffin cup. That still actually sounds really delicious. Maybe next time I should definitely get myself some nuts that I can actually make for my baked banana oats, because they turn out actually not bad. bad, but I had a feeling it's missing some important elements like nuts that'll be implemented into the that'll be implemented into my baking. I'll look at that picture a little bit later, Boy Splatty, but thank you for pointing me to the direction. But so yeah, Myyra is our winner for this week's run of June Brides, and we got basically about a week left of June before we get to finalize who's our fourth bride. Though I'm not sure if I should. I mean, I want to have a fifth bride, but maybe I could actually do the same example I did when it comes to last year, where I actually took the time to draw in draw two brides in one picture. No, how did Past Me was able to draw them that fast? I'll never know. Okay. And Wild, hi, welcome back, It's good to see you again. Imagine making 69 brides. Oh, that's a lot of characters to actually make for each bride. I mean, it's not a bad idea though, but I think if anything, 4 to 5 brides for the run of June Brides is pretty much enough. Okay, let me go ahead and make this. Oh, and no, her nose is not really that pointed. Okay, now I need a picture, I need a proper look on Myyra's eyelash count, because I may slightly forgot. I could easily pop open that image on the side, but that's when I need to grab its colors. Okay, 4 lashes. Okay, gotcha. Okay. I actually am happy that I get to play as Myyra when it comes to that Planescape game. Maybe it's because I've never actually got to play a character class that's outside of my wheelhouse. That is basically playing that as a warlock, because my bread and butter when it comes to D&D is usually around the support class, the 3 food groups of support classes, for at least for my case: cleric, druid, and bard, in that order. And so getting to play something that's outside of that is an exciting endeavor, yet it's also an anxious endeavor, because, well, another key aspect when it comes to me playing as this character archetype is that she's also another spellcaster. But I also flavored in a way that Myyra is also another support, but not in the sense that she helps aid the party when it comes to health, but more in the sense that of debuffing and also confusing the enemies, which is not a bad touch. It's actually a fun endeavor thing to do. It's a mushroom boy named Mike, short for Michael Myers, and now he craves violence when I gave him a knife. Ah, that's cute. I have FMA and I am familiar to my Life Brothers Miss campaign. Ah! You know, it's been a while since I've actually got to play since I got to watch Full Metal Alchemist. I mean, I don't think I've actually got to finish the manga, but I know Brotherhood has actually taken the original route when it comes to how the manga is supposed to be. But if anyone were to ask which one is my favorite of the 2 adaptations of Full Metal Alchemist, I actually kind of like both. Mainly because each of those 2, sure, their story is a little bit of the divergent side of things, and how how some characters are, how they kind of portrayed, and the plot lines that came with it. But I had a feeling, but I do actually like that, you know. They both had their own charm, and in fact, that anime, when it comes to the first adaptation of Full Metal Alchemist, I think it's, I can only think a couple of its filler, arcs that actually is one of the exceptions of how I talked about in filler arcs, that sometimes you would actually find one filler arc that actually just surprise you, that it's actually pretty good. The first one version is more dark. Oh yes, it is. It truly is. I will be getting to New Mexico and Luigi game on launch day, since it comes outside of my birthday in November, which I feel hyped. Oh, congrats! I hope you actually had a good time there. I hope you actually had a good time in New Mario. Not why New Mexico. Why did I read that as New Mexico? What the fuck is wrong with me? But I hope you actually did get to enjoy the new Mario and Luigi game coming up soon. Fullmetal Alchemist, or more particularly, one quote of its mangaka is that wherever I think about Nui's art style. Wait, really? I mean, elaborate, Savage. Okay, now that we actually are done with her face, actually, I don't know if this is a face of a hat. I think I need to soften up her face a little bit, because she's basically getting married, and this technically counts as her first marriage, so making it a little bit softer is something I should definitely take into consideration. Because, yeah, for those who actually are interested to get to know about Myyra, allow me to do some character storytelling, if you will. Myyra was once upon a time a Shadowkai noble, if you will, who her parents, in a desperate attempt to actually save their status, because they're pretty much have got run broke, so, arranging a marriage to Myyra to a very powerful noble man, who Myyra at that time actually did genuinely fell in love with this guy. And when she actually got to marry him, she was actually ecstatic. Little did Myyra actually know at the time that this guy is honestly an absolute dick. Like, yes, he does actually showcase some level of tenderness, some sweetness, some actual moments where he does genuinely love someone. But, eventually, his call and need to actually grow in terms of power pretty much overshadows that. And it doesn't help that he's also trying to play the air game, as well as try to get himself into more power than what he already has, because that man always is in a need to have more. What he had isn't enough, and even the marriage that he currently had isn't enough. He wants an heir so he can actually stabilize his power. And 3 years after, I know I'm most likely gonna explore talking a lot more about this, but at this point it's pretty much it pretty much is common knowledge at this point, I think. But at that point, oh, hey Jay.
Hello.
Hi. You just got back from work?
Oh, today's my day off.
Oh. My bad.
And besides, even if I got it back from work, I wouldn't be off for another half hour.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. FMA's mangaka is quoted as saying, men should be buff, women should be buff. Full Metal Alchemist, if you will. It also is extra funnier because the creator is a woman.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. If I draw the exact quote, if I draw them too skinny, people will think my poor characters don't eat. Men shall be one, and women shall be both. Okay, hold on a second. I need to hydrate. Thank God Steve sent me that hydrate. Okay.
Wait, is this actually what the writer said?
Yeah.
Verbatim?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm okay. Whew.
If I draw them too skinny, people think my poor characters don't eat. Men should be muscular, women should... Well, I'll be darned!
I want to tell you that next Thursday I'm going to be with an in real life friend, and also you're awesome. Oh, thank you, Sonic. Thank you. Okay. Let me just fix up Mira's face a little bit. Yes, she is happy when her editors allow her to keep the... Good! I'm actually grateful that happened to her case. Because sometimes, when a creator wants to actually, tell their story or portray their characters the way they want them to, unfortunately, some of them are going to be some of them are not be able to get that because there's a little thing that's been called executive meddling. And it's not just executives themselves. Editors would also, sometimes some editors who are, not very good, as if that's the right way to actually say in general, it rather than the proper. I forgot what the proper wording would. I don't know what would be the proper wording would be. So not very good will be the best second. Will be the next best second thing. Some editors who are.
I mean, editorial meddling is not always a bad thing. I mean, we got the entire Cell saga from Dragon Ball Z because of editorial meddling.
That is, I mean, sure, that is one of the exceptions where it does actually help. But
yeah, benefit the story.
I'm also talking about editors who are not very kind to the creators, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the webtoon / manhwa scene, I remember that there's this one story called Roxanne that actually has been released out there in the woods. What I learned from that horrific shit show of a story is that the author overworked herself to create that story to the point that she actually has a mental breakdown. And all because her editor did not actually give her the proper rest that she needs. Especially for a time. And content warning for anyone who reaches this point. Which is trigger warning for those out there is a miscarriage. The author herself also once upon a time was expecting a child, but due to working hard to publish Roxanne, ends up losing that poor kid. And
that's horrible.
And she never really got a proper break. Whereas her editor actually went into a maternal break instead of her. The comic was unfortunately placed into a hiatus, but I had a feeling most readers who actually are sympathetic to the cause would pretty much realize the story is not really going to be coming back. Okay.
That is horrible. That is very horrible.
It is truly horrible. And unfortunately, this is an apparent thing. some editors and departments are okay with letting creators be able to do what they do, and some would actually help out the creators to make the story a bit better. And then there are some editors and departments who would actually just not make everything better.
Yeah, honestly, corporate meddling is becoming more and more of a problem in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, and isn't it a little bit messed up?
It is very messed up, especially if they have the power to just can your project for no reason other than a tax return
Pretty much.
or a tax write-off.
Look at you, Zubza.
Hi, Steve.
Annie!
Hello!
Hey! How are you holding up?
Doing okay, man. Actually, seems to be taking off early today. I was expecting a double shift.
Huh?
Well, the thing is, while there's some stuff to strip and label, I'm choosing to leave it be in hopes that it gives me a full day of work on Monday.
Oh. Huh. Well, I'm glad that you're coming home soon. I'm gonna actually take care of some places around the house, and also if you're going to the kitchen when you get home, I'll let you know right away. It's not a weird thing I've made. I basically bake banana oats. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it looks kind of funny, but trust me, that's basically gonna be my breakfast for the next few days.
Okay, but is it going to be good for that? Be able to last those next few days? Like it's not going to spoil?
It just needs to go to the refrigerator. It's just that it's still
You have it-
warm when I was when I took it out when I took it out so I could eat it. I'm waiting for it to completely cool off before it goes into the fridge. Which can you most likely do that when you get home?
Kitchen, you mean?
Yep, put it in the fridge.
I will see what I can do.
Thank you.
First, though, like I am running on fumes, I need to get gas.
Yeah, you know, that's fair. Let me also look at chat before I forget. So I'm gonna tune in on my PS4 since I usually use my tablet offline when I do drawing it and get myself. Oh, that's nice. And for some who are like, I don't care if you don't think it's perfect, just ship it. Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's yeah.
It's just a shame that most artists in the world are also perfectionists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a reverberation that really echoes the sentiment. It amplifies the sentiment, and I'm fine with this. Okay.
Gee, almost like I've seen it firsthand.
Banana oats, not my thing since it's my allergies. Oh, dearie, I am so sorry to hear that. But
Is it the bananas or the oats that are not the algae? Though?
I had a feeling that since they put it in one sentence, it's both.
Oh.
Hey, I'm sure that they managed to make it work by eating something that substitutes that.
Sure, but like I always feel bad for those who actually have like a distinct food allergy because at least to me, one of the core experiences of humanity and such is food and all the flavors that come with it.
Oh, Steve, you are a man. Steve, you are a man after my own heart. Yes, I agree wholeheartedly.
Yep. And whenever someone for whatever, like if the for whatever reason when someone can't eat that, like poor Dave and his allergic reactions to, is it wheat or gluten?
It's gluten.
Gluten, yeah. Whenever I hear someone like that has one of those that like completely restricts them, my heart sinks.
I mean, what actually is pretty much the one that bonds me the most is, yeah, it is definitely food since I'm a bit of a foodie myself. Playing Bandit right now, and boy, he's a mean little shit. Well, I hope you have fun. And looking at you, Silk Song, or if you existed, says Savage. What's wrong with Silk Song? But anyways, Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, working on Mira's wedding dress. Given that this one is given Mira, this is basically Mira as when it comes to her in her second wedding, if you will, because this woman was originally married, but I think in order for me to explain the story, we're gonna have to go to the beginning, and I'll try to explain it and I'll try to explain it, and I hope I don't get some interruptions at the process. I found out I'm allergic to clams, and I live in New England, so no clam chowder for me. Oh no! Sad.
No!
Oh no! I like clam chowder, but
Place to get clam chowder in the world!
oh, Savage, I am so sorry to hear that. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I mean, I've mentioned that I'm allergic to melons, but not like, deathly allergic. Thankfully.
Well, at least it's the uncomfortable kind of allergy and not the deadly kind of allergy.
Yeah, and I'm praying it doesn't get worse.
Let's see. All right. Okay, back to Myyra. So, I think in order for me to explain about Myyra, we're gonna have to go all the way to the beginning to how I describe Mira's backstory. It happened just one year. I had a big, tasty fried clam dinner at the theme park, and I was violently ill on the way back home. And then had clam chowder. Same result. Oh gods!
Man.
That is so unfortunate. Well, I am so sorry that actually happened to you, Savage. Truly. But still, clams is like one of the. You know what? I'm glad that it's not the case where it sends you to the hospital really bad.
My question is it just clams or is it shellfish in general?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Pardon?
Yeah, is it just clams or is it shellfish in general? Like shrimp, for example.
Oh yeah.
Or crab or lobster?
That does raise a good question.
So far, it's just clams. Okay.
I mean, I'm someone who doesn't have food allergies, but I would try to be as best as unaccommodating when it comes to people who do have them. Because one of my new friends, Birdism, also known as Fairbanks' significant other, she has a plethora of she has some allergies that I do need something to ask for clarification, and there are some foods that she cannot eat in general. Because one day I actually want to make something, so I want to actually learn fully so I have an idea on what to make and what to substitute on what I make. Because I know she doesn't touch anything that when it comes to that is related to poultry or birds. Like eggs, the meat itself.
Than an actual algae.
That is true, but still, it does give me a challenge. And sometimes I'd like to take on challenges.
Mm-hmm. That's why there's a specific dish you've been practicing for the past couple months.
Excuse me, laundry. Alrighty, you take care. As far as same as how I am lactose intolerant to milk, but not to cheese or ice cream. Well, oof. I mean, at least it's just milk, so that's one. So that's one piece of good news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but an intolerance and an allergy is not quite the same thing.
This is true. I was thinking of considering getting my characters who has a food allergy, but I'm not sure how am I going to make that actually work.
Not to mention how you're actually going to combat it, because you don't have EpiPens.
No, No, they don't. I mean, heaven forbid if I gave. Not heaven forbid. I can only imagine the sheer amount of panic when it comes to a character of mine who has a peanut allergy.
Yeah, honestly, I wonder how they would adapt to something like that. Do you think clerics would come up with like some kind of remedy for that?
I would
Like be it
imagine if
a spell, or be it like a spell, a charm, or something like that?
I had a feeling
I-
lesser restoration, at the very least, might actually do something.
yes, but that would essentially, especially with the very deadly allergies, you have to be quick on your response, otherwise the person will die.
Oh, yep. Even Savage, Savage as a DM points out, they do have protection from poison / lesser restoration. So there is that.
Okay.
Once upon a time, I did consider giving Mina. Okay, confession time. Once upon a time, I did consider giving Mina an allergy.
Okay, what would the allergy be?
Well, I think if my memory kind of serves right, I had been considering giving her a mild peanut allergy, but I didn't actually go through it.
That's probably for the best, considering just how much you would need to think about.
I mean, this is true.
Imagine how many perception checks you'd have to make on your character eating, just to make sure there's no peanuts in it.
Myyra as a helicopter parent-ish is bad enough.
Last thing you need is for her to also have to worry about fucking food she's feeding to her daughter.
Okay. Let's see. That has rounded up all the mimics in the end, and then this crystal ball sealed up for good. There you go. Thank you.
But I figure.
Yes.
I figure if anything like that, probably just to take from our most recent acquisition, some things like that would be amongst the prerogative of the Oath of the Harvest Paladin.
Oh yeah, you mean Gwen?
Like she would be the one to take that sort of thing into consideration and figure out like, oh, okay, so you're allergic to these things. I'll see what I can do to accommodate you, sweetie.
Pretty much. You mean, did you say she drives a helicopter? No. Sure, that's funny to say that, but no. A helicopter parent is basically someone who actually hounds and patrols around their kid most of the time, leaving that like to a point that's a little bit on the stifling degree. You know the ones. Like, they're the ones who check up on your status. They're the one who actually ask, what are you, how are you doing? Or if you're making sure you're eating well, or if you're actually going to bed in time.
And the worst ones invade your privacy.
Pretty much.
Now I'm just having an image of like little Mina just going to school with the rest of the little rabbit folk. Meanwhile, just in a helicopter hovering around, disguised as like a news chopper. You just see Myyra with a set of binocs, just watching her.
Or in this case, there really is someone out there out to get. Yeah, that is true. Okay. In order to finally explain this, I think it's about time I finally get to explain Myyra's story proper. So everyone will have an idea on Myyra as who she is as a person and why she's kind of like that for how I describe her. Okay? Good.
Okay.
Long ago, Myyra was a daughter of noble parents. However, they came into destitute after gambling most of their money away, or endeavors that I still have yet to concrete them out. But they're on the brink of losing their status. In order to help make sure they keep their status, they arranged their daughter to be married off by a baron, if you will. And this man, Myyra actually did fell in love at first sight, and she actually did her best to actually keep her marriage. And yes, the Baron, once upon a time, did showcase some level of sweetness and kindness, if you will. But eventually, that just didn't stick around too long. See, this man, this Baron, really is not satisfied with what he has in his life. He always wants more, and he will actually do whatever it takes to get more. So he actually tries to engage in some political games in order to get himself to climb up into some level of power and status. And in order to actually help secure his position even more, he has been trying his best to pressure Myyra into actually siring an heir. And 3 years has passed, and 3 years, Myyra is doing her damnedest to actually keep him happy. But 3 years and no sign of an heir. Any patience and goodwill pretty much has dried up, as well as interest. So, when he actually has set his eyes to someone else, he decided that since this woman who's not getting him what he wanted, basically threw her out, and the parents, who are actually happy with the privilege and prestige that came with Myyra's marriage, want absolutely nothing to do with their daughter. So she's also disowned by her own parents as well. It wasn't destitute and alone. She actually learned that she actually came with child and raised that child all by herself. Which, you know what? I think I made this thing back when it was supposed to be Mother's Day. I never finished it. I wish I did, though. But I'm thinking of making this part of a short comic that is to come. That this little comic here that is about Myyra when Mina was born. As I would actually say this in her voice. Golem, turn down the volume for a bit. Thank you. I truly have despaired. The man I loved discarded me like I was a used pawn on his board, while my family wanted nothing to do with me out of pure shame. I was lost, unwanted, and unloved, until she came to me. Though I was destitute, I loved her the moment she finally came to my world, and I held her in my arms. She was small, fragile, but she is mine. She is all I have, and I promise to make sure she is loved no matter what. I ensure to protect that promise. And she did. It wasn't easy to raise a child all by herself, but Myyra did all she could. She wasn't afraid to actually get her hands dirty if it's a means to actually make sure her daughter is raised well. Even going as far as, well, being basically that of a woman of the night for a while. Until she eventually became that of a barmaid for someone who actually was very compassionate to her case. And it also helped that it was someone that Myyra knew, and it took a while for Myyra to trust this person, but they actually did gave her a better life for a spell. And with the money they earned, Myyra has the means to actually find a place in a village where she could actually get to stay there, and with a new work that's lined up. Everything is going fine. That was until one night, when she and Mina are on their way back home, did they run into soldiers that came from her ex-husband's line of force. And upon recognizing Myyra and realizing the child that is with her, I mean, It's very obvious that they realize it's hers and the Lord's. What with the only, I mean, who else will actually sport eyes like what it has? And they decided that it's in order to that they should actually bring Mina and Myyra to the said Lord. And in a very desperate attempt to actually keep her daughter away from said Lord, she fought them off. And it resulted to those two soldiers actually dead. I mean, she even had to improvise in the middle of a fight by taking a strange lantern that they have in their person as a weapon for a spell. But this actually did left Myyra terrified of their situation. There's a very good chance they're going to find out what happened to these two soldiers. They're not safe. And she is not sure on what to do. That was coming from the said lantern that she used as an improvised weapon. Did she met someone who came from the said light of that said lantern, an archfey, if you will, and he was supposed to be taken in by these two soldiers and be brought into the said ex-husband. But Myyra, in the process, when trying to fight her daughter off, freed him in the process. And after learning about her reasons, he struck up a deal when it comes to Myyra. He will provide Myyra the means to keep her daughter safe from her ex-husband's clutches. All while, as long as she actually gets to do X, Y, and Z for the said archfey. Now, it is very well common that archfey or fey in general is
Not trustworthy.
not very trustworthy, but this one made himself trustworthy enough. But eventually, Myyra, it also helps that Myyra has some sort of collateral just in case if something went awry, if you will. And eventually, Myyra actually accepts the pact and became that of a warlock. And this archfey, which, for the sake of the campaign, whose name is Aurelio, introduces Myyra to the city of Sigil, the city of doors, if you will, the big ass donut in space that has countless of portals that'll take you from X, Y, and that'll take you to X, Y, and Z. And it is there that Myyra will actually gain her journey to actually keep her set of the bargain, will eventually get herself strong enough just so she can protect her daughter. And who knows, maybe once she finally gets strong enough, finally put an end to the rabid dog that she knew long ago. The rule of the reciprocity is a widely important part of the Feywild. Favor done must be exchange of kind. Pretty much. And that's the general backstory when it comes to Myyra, if you will. Thoughts, questions, death threats?
I sent you a care package.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay.
Meanwhile,
Hey, listen.
wait.
Yes, Jexo Dragon? Can I tell you about an allergy that I have that confuses me? Sure, go ahead.
Okay. I wish I could do a proper stretch, but I'm driving.
Ugh. Whew. Ugh. I'm not sure I heard that if I cricked my neck.
I heard something. I thought it was a bottle.
Nah. I went to an allergist one point and discovered I have an allergy percentage of dogs. It's very small to a point of insignificant, but it confuses me because I lived with dogs all my life growing up. That is actually kind of confusing.
Not particularly. Dog allergies and cat allergies are actually pretty common. The only real variable is the extent of said allergies.
That
I mean,
cause
I suppose the only confusing part is the minuscule degree of it, if anything.
that and also it can when it comes to animal allergies, it's either the fur or the saliva that actually would cause the reaction. Hold on a second, chat. I need to tie up my hair because I'm sweating like a sinner at church and I hate it. Ugh.
You want my fan?
I got it. Whew, there we go. Tied up to that of a bun, if you will. From my understanding of allergies can develop over time, pretty much. I mean, there's some cases that women, when they get pregnant, they will temporarily gain allergies, and it goes away after the said pregnancy. Then again, I may get this thing wrong, so take it as a pinch of salt. Let me see. And Aurelio is very much of the idea of appreciating and valuing those who have been discarded or shunned. What people dislike about you is actually the reason you are amazing. Whereas for Yerrick's case, whereas for her husband's case, he's just an impatient fuck. I am gonna say this with a lot of French. He is an impatient fucktwit.
Well then.
I was gonna go with entitled, but okay.
An entitled, impatient fucktwit.
If there was a core sin associated with this guy, well, I suppose two, it would be pride and greed. His ambition is so great that no matter what he gains, it will never fill that little hole.
Pretty much. I mean, and the man is capable of love, but it's a twisted form of love. There was a... Sorry, I have to go.
It's the kind of love you'd show for a novelty that you gain, but once you have it, you don't want it anymore.
And when you do lose it, it's more of the case of an entitlement. If
I can't have it, no one can.
Pretty much. I mean...
Oh, by the way, hon, I also got some other good news.
What's that?
Our debt, as of our trip to the ranch, has now been completely paid off.
Hey! Finally!
Our rent will be back to what it was before.
I'm still gonna pay for the internet.
That's fair.
Yeah. As I said, he had for the better part of the marriage vows, but not for the four worst parts. Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And if I want to reveal this one piece when it comes to her ex-husband, after Myyra, he has actually gone through a slew of other relationships, but even that, he has the riz of Henry VIII.
Yeah, that guy was a fucking enigma.
Pretty much. I mean, there was also a time that he actually courted any woman he actually tries courting with, the relationship never sticks around. Well, there is one that did, but
That was the exception that proved the rule.
How do I actually describe this? In the same way how they describe how it's described in Henry VIII. Okay. You got divorce, escape, died, divorce, beheaded. Oh, this survived. That's questions,
just
death threats.
Or in that final thing, just like, oh, this one survived.
let you fill in the blanks on how that one. I think I'll let that stew in for a bit.
Let that sink in.
Mm-hmm. And now he has brought powers with another avenue by binding it to an archlich. Yep. As I've learned from the Planescape game that Steve and I are a part of, Myyra learned the horrific. Myyra learned that her ex-husband is now aligned himself to an archlich, a very well-known archlich in the land of D&D. Okay. Yeah, this one is not really agreeing.
Well, then
with
it's a
me.
good thing I'm a cleric then.
I think it is a good thing that you're a cleric, but the rest of the party is not much. I think I may have to improvise with this one. I think I have an idea for this one. Trust me on this. The power of lacing will save the day.
Lace.
Why not? I like laces, but then again,
I like lace too.
I had to actually take an accommodation that there's some artists that out there who draw by hand are going to have a headache when it comes to these laces if they don't have the brushes that I basically use.
Yep.
Let's see. While it's not certain why Yarrick wants Mina, her special gifts would be useful, if only as a bait to lure wayward souls to feed the Lich's Plarity. Oh yeah!
It's pronounced phylactery.
Let's just feed off souls.
Phylactery, but thank you. Now, here's an interesting thing when it comes to Mina. Later down in the campaign, Mina's apparent gift is starting to become more and more noticeable. That she actually has the innate gift to actually see the dead and the spirits that wander that wander near her. Initially, she assumes that these are just imaginary friends that she actually meets and encounters and is able to talk to them, where they also talk to her. Imaginary friends that she also nicknames them because she's 5, who are like Mr. Ember, Miss Cupcake, Miss Klein, and any other imaginary friend that she actually sees. It wasn't until an NPC that we've met and other encounters that made us realize that no, this is not imaginary friends. These are souls. These are souls. Deceased people who are able to actually talk to Mina, and she was able to interact with them, but she actually showcased enough kindness to ease their confusion, if you will. Because I had a feeling that once someone is dead, they don't really have the means to actually talk to the living directly, if you will. Not me. Whereas, but only certain people, depending on their gift, are able to. And Mina is also among them. And this actually poses some interaction here and there, where Mina was able to see some of the ghosts that actually wander around the earth. That actually wander. I mean, heck, there was one time we actually went to a stronghold, and Mina keeps looking around the place because she's never seen so many souls that are actually around, but they look sad and confused. And Myyra was actually afraid of this. the reason why she was afraid is that her husband has a similar gift to also see the dead. And she also fears that has a very real fearful prospect on that she might also develop the same tendencies as her ex-husband. But time and time again, Myyra just proves herself to be the sweet, innocent little girl that she is. It takes decades, if not centuries, for a spirit to have to haunt. It takes decades, if not centuries, for a spirit to gain the ability to be a ghost proper. Some don't even get the haunt of a chance. Oh. I don't know what will that day be like when Myyra does actually see a proper ghost. But I had a feeling that that's not going to be very pleasant. So, thoughts, questions, death threats? I think this cape is actually not agreeing with me.
Okay, I actually do have a question.
Yeah?
It's not really related to everything that you're talking about, but it is sort of related.
Okay.
So remind me what this character's name is again?
Myyra.
Myyra. Okay, I was worried that Myyra might be the name of her child, and I'm just like, wait, am I getting that right?
No, yeah, I understand the level of confusion. I mean, Myyra and Myyra are pretty much similar to a degree, so it can be very easy to be very forgetful about who's who. It's just that
right.
It's just that one's the mother and one's the daughter, and in the Planescape game, I was able to play both, but I think if anything, people actually are won over by Myyra first, if you will.
Well, I did have a question regarding Myyra.
Yeah?
Have you ever drawn her while she's pregnant?
You know, that is a good question, but I think I definitely should try that, you know? That's something in my to-do list.
I'm just saying, with motherhood being like a crucial aspect to her character, I'm surprised you don't have it.
I mean, you know what? Yeah, you do raise a good question. Why didn't I not do that? I think that's something I'll add that in my to-do list. But I will say this. Myyra does have a key element when it comes to her showcasing her motherhood. It's just that one time when the party, after they finally had to go through a spoopy hospital in order to do some bug cleanup, which we had to fight Kuthrix, very rapid and rabid and dangerous Kuthrix, dangerous-esque bugs that are like the equivalent to that of anyways, ugly bugs. But yeah, we had to go through a haunted, a decrepit hospital, fight off bugs that are butt ugly and dangerous, and as our reward, we actually get to go to a spa to actually treat ourselves out. And there has been a point in the spa episode where Myyra made the biggest request when they're about to have an oil massage, if you will, which also rejuvenates the person to look about a few years younger, which I desperately want that to happen one day. Hi, honey! She actually has these, which I'll feature in her swimsuit attire, which is basically these.
Stretch marks.
Her stretch marks.
Yeah.
She made their biggest request not to actually apply that into her stretch marks, which is to her is her biggest badge of honor, because she carried her child by herself. She carried and raised her child by herself.
Also,
Honestly, that's something that I find completely respectful, because a lot of women, they get insecure when it comes to their stretch marks.
I mean, I honestly don't blame them because that is something that also yeah, I also have my own level of stretch marks, and I also feel incredibly insecure about them.
Hey, you look beautiful.
Honey.
Me.
Thank you. Thank you, Never.
I got you.
Not the scrappies!
What is it, boy Splatty? What do you want? What do you want, you booger?
He says if you made a series of pics of the month stages of her pregnancy to see what does each month as a baby what she does each month as a baby grows bigger, perhaps. But if I had to do that, it's not gonna be very pretty, because
It's a big project.
it's not just a big project. We're talking about me drawing a period in Mira's life where she basically has nobody, and she's
Yeah, she's at her lowest.
at her lowest, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Almost thought that the gremlin got loose. Well, that's fair. I mean, given how I voiced the gremlin and gave her a personality that people both love and hate.
That gremlin has become a part of our lives, and I both adore it and abhor it.
And it also helped that that this man here, right next to me right now, which you can't see through this VTuber.
Hello.
He uses his beard as a weapon to rub on my cheek, like on my face, and it's itchy. It is so itchy, and I told it
I see you do the same thing.
Yeah, Jay
I
said
do the same thing with my stubble.
he also did this. Jay said he also does the same thing. Not these grappies!
Well, would you prefer the shirt then?
Yeah, can I help you?
I'm sorry, but what? What are you gonna do about it? Ah! Ah! No!
Hate to say it, bud, but you asked for it.
What? I didn't squeeze. Boy Splatty, don't give her ideas. I will send you to the moon with the gremlin.
You two are like the characters from in the Giant Nerd Boyfriend. I mean, such as that in that comic, there are things that Steve and I do definitely relate to. So yeah.
Also, good taste.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like Jock and Nerd? Is that it?
No, Giant Nerd Boyfriend.
Oh, okay. Different series then.
Yep. Let's see. It's adorable and funny. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, honey!
Okay, I'll leave you be. I love you.
I love you too. But why?
The question isn't why, Mickey. It's why not.
You know what? Good point. Alright, so let's see. Also, I built Tepeo in a contrast to Myyra, particularly in regards on how they interact with me. Oh yeah, Tepeo! Oh boy, that's gonna be that's an interesting story to tell, isn't it? Okay. Here's yeah. Okay, I'll try to make this. I'll try to recap this to the best of my ability, but it's a good thing Savage also dropped me some notes in order to help me out so I don't muck this one up like last time. So, in the Planescape game, Myyra was actually able to get herself an apartment that is provided by someone that Aurelia knows. And it was after a mission or two that it wasn't. I think it was around day 2 of the campaign. Welcome back, Emerald Marine. It was around day 2 of the said campaign where Myyra actually got herself a note to actually meet up with the provider of the said apartment. Mina really wants to go, so both mother and daughter actually get to go into the ladies' ward. Which, you know what? I don't think I actually did showcase what Sigil actually looks like. Okay, let me see if I actually do have it. Ah, here it is. For those who are not familiar with Planescape, allow me to showcase you this map of Sigil. Now, in case if you're not sure, why is there 2 cities underneath this one map? That's the neat part. This is actually one big city that is in the shape of a huge donut into space. Which
Wow.
Okay, how do I describe this? Sigil is basically this city inside of the this whole city that is located inside of the donut that everyone basically lives in, and the city is Sigil is inside there, if you will. Is it similar to Halo? Pretty much. So you're sure?
Wait, is that where Halo gets its name from?
No. I'm sure Halo has different sources, but Sigil and Halo are pretty similar, but they're not really. You sure that's not the whole world map? No, it's not Jexa Dragon. This city of Sigil is located in one big donut and everyone just lives in it, and they could just go from ward to ward depending on what that is separated. From the ladies' ward to the lower ward to the hive ward, much to Myyra's dismay. And you can actually go from the clerk ward to the market ward, all the way back into the ladies' ward, all over again. Simple as that. But anyways, where Myyra lives is somewhere a little bit in between the lower and ladies' ward, if you will. And it is there one day that Myyra has gotten her letter that she needs to go and see her provider that lives somewhere in the ladies' ward, which she actually does get to go there with Mina wanting to come along because she wants to be with her mom. And it is there that they actually go into the building that is held by an organization called the Balanced Scales. And it is there that through the instruction of the secretary, did they actually get to meet the person who is the provider of Myyra's apartment? Basically this guy, which I'm gonna be digging around right now. Yes, no, yes. Did you say ward? Yes, I meant, because Sigil is separate. Sigil is one big city inside a huge donut in space. The only separation, the only way you could actually differentiate each city is the wards, if you will. The ladies' ward, the lower ward, the hive ward, which is like really rotten ugly, if you will, inside there. Clerk's ward, market ward, and it goes all the way back to the ladies' ward. Again, one big city in one big donut. So yeah, in the Balanced Scales, Myyra gets to meet her provider. Don't forget, you drew the secretary too. I did, and I'm gonna be drawing her very soon. Which I can't wait to actually do because she actually has Isabel vibes. I mean Isabel vibes, if you will. So
Isabel? As in Animal Crossing Isabel?
You tell me.
Yep, that is definitely Isabel vibes.
Yep. That's basically his secretary. But yes, Myyra gets to meet this guy named Tepeo. His name is pretty long, and it's let me actually go into the chat real. Let me just go into the D&D chat real fast, so I don't forget and slip and trip on my knee. Yes. His actual name is Kukulkan, but he likes to be called as Tepeo for short. And Tepeo actually, Tepeo was able to meet both Myyra and Mina, and they actually go over about Mira's living conditions and what she must do while she's there. And it just boils down to that if she stays there for at least a year, the apartment is hers to keep for good. And if she actually gives that up, she'll have to let him know. It's been a while since but yes, eventually this character became a little bit more proactive when it comes to meeting up with Myyra and Mina, to a point that one day he actually informs Myyra that somebody is actually going to is going to plan an abduction towards Mina. He was able to get the information, and he was able to try to inform the mother in time so she could actually protect their daughter. And everyone, the party also know about this, and they also want to step up to protect the baby, because at that point, Mina is very much a very lovable character. Because when it comes to child characters, when it comes to children NPCs, I think me playing as Mina is actually a good thing, because I actually got to make her own character. I made her to be a little bit emotive. I also made her have her own fears and worries too. I mean, it also helps that I also use this as a voice when it comes to Mina.
Mommy says that I shouldn't be talking to strangers.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yep. It takes that one little it takes me playing out as Mina to actually solidify most of the party that this is the one little being that must be protected at all cost. I mean, heck, Steve's character also tries his best to also be a little bit more proactive when it comes to Mina, if you will. Like, there was a point where Mina wants to go see the forge that his character works at, because she's a forge domain cleric, and they're fashioned after the salamanders from Warhammer 40k, because Steve wants that. And Steve, you know what? This isn't right without him. Honey! Honey!
Oh,
Honey! I'm about to I'm recapping the story about Mina when she gets her dagger.
oh, okay.
Yep. So everyone
Wow.
goes into the fort. Yeah, it needs more air, doesn't it?
It does. I was just saying before.
Okay, so Mina wants to go to the forge where Steve's character Sarah currently stays at, and she actually gets to showcase Mina how the forge is done, to a point that she actually brought Mina to a little forge for kids, if you will.
Essentially a training ground for not only kids, but also any people who want to learn the trade.
Mm-hmm. And Mina actually gets to see how it's done, that she actually gets to make a request. Can I... Well, how did it go again? Like,
She essentially shows her like an example of what will come out, because it's essentially just a blank mold for a very dull knife.
Can it be pink?
I don't know about that, but we can make it blue.
I like it pink.
Let me do some thinking. I'll see what I can do.
and so Steve's character Sarah did that. They actually got to work on making the small dull knife, and Sarah's actually got to find some kind of powder that, upon sprinkling it onto the dull knife on the finisher, it actually emitted to that of some sort of a pink shimmer onto her knife.
But it would essentially look like your average knife until you held it up to the light. Then you see the pink shimmer.
Yep. And she's like,
Mommy, it's pink.
Aw, that's so dang cute.
I know. It was then.
My heart's melting, darn it.
I will admit, it wasn't the smartest thing for any parent to do, but in my defense, I did get Myyra's permission before proceeding.
Pretty much. Also, my dumber's her head a little bit small. Her head may be a little bit small. But yes, it was then that during a little bit some time later, where everyone gets to read in a library for information grabs, why not? Does Sarah actually make her some sort of a discovery, if you will?
Here's the thing. While she is a blacksmith as well as a woman of faith, technically, she is still relatively new to what can be done with blacksmithing. She essentially hasn't gotten creative with anything yet. She's essentially just made things based off a blueprint. She's never flown by the seat of her pants. The knife she made with Mina was essentially the first time she ever did that, but she didn't know what she did. So she started researching, like, okay, how did I do that? So she started looking up, iron, steel, bronze, adamantine, mithril, and a bunch of other different ores, until she comes across one, whose name I do not recall, but...
Amorium?
Amorium? Is
Yep.
that it?
Yep, it is.
And essentially, it has the benefit of being rather a bit difficult to shape, but in return can essentially be molded into whatever you want on the fly.
And it also has the properties to basically rebuild itself after it got damaged.
Yep, essentially an inanimate healing factor.
So,
That is cool.
So we basically gave a child.
A knife that can never break. Or, well, it can break, but can put back together with little to no issue.
Man.
I mean, to be fair, our first initial thought is that it's also one of those enchanted metals that could actually harm or
Truly kill devils and angels.
pretty much.
We thought that was the case, but no, we just got mixed up.
Yep. But still, that would be actually kind of terrifying that we gave a child a
God killer.
a celestial killer, if you will.
Just,
All because she wants her knife to be pink.
yeah. It would be funny, though.
It would be really fucking funny. I mean, that's what D&D is all about.
I mean, imagine her, like, with this archlet. She's, like, so fucking close to, like, whatever he wants. In a last-ditch effort, she pulls the knife out of, like, her dress or something, and in a last-ditch effort, like, goes for the baddie, hits him, but it's, like, a super powerful, like, super enchanted knife, and it just, poof!
Pretty much.
That would be so fucking funny.
It would.
I did love the idea of kids just having these absolute overpowered weapons in the best of circumstances.
I mean, it's basically that one vine, you know? Let me see what you have.
A knife!
Oh. And then,
For 400.
it's been a while, I forgot. Let's see. But yes, it wasn't then that it was also then that the relationship kind of developed ish when it comes to Sweetwater Day in the campaign. That basically the party is tasked to go into the Hive Ward. Again, the Hive Ward is where the most sickliest, gangliest, god-awful place you want to go to. Like, think
The lower hives from 40K.
No. They will not probably get that.
Sewers?
Think like imagine one of those stories set in Oliver Twist, if you will. Imagine the setting in Oliver Twist, but 10 times worse.
Oh yeah, she also has a ring of invisibility. Gave a ring of invisibility to a child.
I mean, I'll get to that. I'll explain why she got that. And so yeah, that everyone is tasked to go into to the Hive Ward, to go to the place that's the ditch, and actually supervise or keep an eye out for anything that's gonna be happening, because a portal will be opening into the ditch that would release the waters from, I forgot its place, but it is very well known that the waters actually would help purify and clean up the ditch, and would basically became that of a clean lake for just a day, and only for just a day, if you will. Hence what
Maybe we can clean the river.
And everyone gets to go there to actually swim for a day. Upon hearing this, I just keep saying, "Hold up," and eventually it came my turn to be like, "Hold up! Is this a swimsuit episode?"
It's a beach episode.
It is literally a beach episode. That was my first time actually participating in a campaign where it became that of a beach episode. And the one outfit I made for Myyra, the swimsuit, the one I showcased before, actually came in useful. And so, yeah. Eventually the party was able to check out, see everything was doing okay. Then a swamp monster showed up. Yes, Savage? Okay. The Hive Ward is so bad, there is a thriving industry of vagrants giving corpses they find to necromancers like they were recycling bottles.
Oh my god, it's a literal 40K style corpse guild.
Pretty much! And the portal leads to Oceanus, the celestial river that is a counterpart of Styx. Oh! Okay. And also hi there, Afton. But yes, everyone was able to go into the Hive Ward, making sure everyone is doing okay. The portal to Oceanus came in and then basically flood the ditch with new clean water. A monster came out. We were able to defeat it, and boy, did Bane actually came in useful in that one.
I forget, was it you that cast Bane or me?
I cast Bane because I'm pretty much the debuffer when it comes to being the support as Myyra, which is pretty much on par of her character. Also, hi.
Bane.
Yeah.
You do like playing support characters.
I mean,
I'm gonna. Sorry,
okay,
go on.
how do I actually...
Support means represent.
Yep. I
Support
mean,
means represent.
you can take Nui out of support, but you can't take support out of Nui.
Yep.
Accurate, actually.
Oh boy, every time.
Although, I'm
every
gonna.
time.
Hey!
No, honey. Look at chat.
Sorry, Afton, but chat has spoken.
I have just gotten here, and therefore know my
Any
punishment.
you got any last worms?
That was his last words.
Indeed, they were.
Okay.
There you go. Alright, do you need me to
Upside down.
explain things, or do you think you got
Oh,
it?
really?
I think I
Upside
got
down? You can't
Oh,
just
is that a new
shove
one?
my atlas in first, it breaks.
They'll grow back.
I grow them back once every spring.
Call more for kids so we have more venison.
Okay.
I've been getting a lot of medicine jokes these days.
Alright, I think that looks pretty good as Myyra. I had to adjust her head because it's a little bit on the small end.
Also,
I mean, having a
just
small
something-
head does make her body look bigger by comparison.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is true.
Also,
But probably not the intended effect.
Nope.
like, I'm also gonna say this right now. Bane is very fun, especially if you're using it in the more unorthodox ways.
Define unorthodox. Elaborate.
If you do not know this, I have a barbarian, a furbolg, called Augustine. I have given him the Fey-touched feat.
That's the one that
So-
gives you the free spell in it.
Yep, Misty Step and an additional spell. My spell of choice was Bane.
Let's see. Hey, Afton, don't blame Mickey's. It's my evil end. And I redeemed them easily. I just redeemed the points for it, says Boy Splatty.
Besides, yeah, that's what I mean by unorthodox, because I'm playing a wild magic barbarian.
Huh. I never actually, what makes wild magic barbarian, where does the wild magic kind of come in?
Given the fact that Augustine is of course a furbolg, which indicates reaction. He is from the Feywild. He is from the Feywild, but he is also a giant foundling.
No, Boy Splatty, no! No! Okay, it's for a while. It's just for a while. You got
Innkeeper, you doing good down there?
Clean up an app 3.
Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay.
So, like, where was I? Giant. Oh yeah, he was a giant foundling. So he has Strike of the Giants, and guess which giant I picked?
I mean, there's Storm?
No,
Hill?
Frost.
Oh!
I have built my barbarian to be a debuffing versatility. And of course a destroyer, because this Curse of Strahd game is bi-weekly, just to say that, so I not be able to play him as much.
Oh!
And let's just say that party is an interesting bunch,
Well,
because
how far have you gone along when it comes to that?
we just completed Death House.
It's been a while since I've remembered that because
That is an optional mission that people can start Curse of Strahd with.
Death House. Any particular monsters in there that, because I need a jog of memory.
Shades. Lots of shades.
Savage, if you're in the chat, please help me out. Hey, it's been a while. I forgot.
Oh yeah, you guys are doing your own Curse of Strahd campaign, aren't you? Or no, Season 2 actually, of the Ravenloft games.
It's technically supposed to be Ravenloft, but we kind of segued to the Curse of Strahd ever since we left the mansion. Yes, yes. What was the question? Was the Death House the first thing we actually went to when the whole party, came together, if you will? And I'm talking about the Ravenloft / Curse of Strahd game. Because it has been a hot-ass minute. But, here's a better question. what was it? When it comes to the game, what was the how much horror did you and the party are okay with, if you will? Because oh fuck, no.
Oh, we were all okay with the horror, especially given the fact that we almost TPK'd in Death House.
Oh, oh dear. No, not Death House. It was House of Lament. Oh, okay, okay. Then I may have mistaken that.
House of Lament?
I think it was from the Ravenloft book.
Ah.
Well, that didn't. Well, that kind of Okay, let me try this again, but with feeling. Cause I remember that my friend, that Savage, told me that we're gonna be going to have season 2. We're gonna be returning to Ravenloft very soon, like about a month or so, and I'm kind of excited, yet I'm also a little bit anxious how this one's going to go. The Death House is a death trap.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I can atone to this.
I mean, with the name Death House, I would imagine it being a death trap.
Pretty much.
Like, many unprepared parties die in there.
I can't wait to actually see Ismark again.
Oh, let me guess. Another romance option.
I mean, yes.
Minky, you are incredibly predictable.
Look, I am
Thank you.
When
I did want to say it, but thanks.
it comes to Dungeons and Dragons or TTRPGs in general, I happen to be a romantic person, and I always consent to romance whenever it comes to my D&D campaigns. I was not
Part of the fun is picking someone out and going, yes, you.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And oh god,
It even happens.
that's definitely.
It even works if it's naturally. And for the Ravenloft's case, I didn't expect Ismark to be my character's romantic love interest after a few interactions, especially since they got back from seeing Strahd for the first time, if you will. And eventually, later down the line, in that season 1 of the Ravenloft campaign, Celine Ismark became that of Celine's boyfriend, if you will. I mean,
All I could do is just shake my head.
why? Elaborate!
I'm not gonna elaborate, just shake my head.
I mean, hey! At least it's just, I think if anything, Ismar's got himself, well, quite a catch, if you will.
I mean, yeah, have you seen her?
Sorry, but I need to head out for something. Okay, Emerald Marine, you take care. Let's see. You guys are lucky the Curse of Strahd was part of the campaign and was a sequel. What? Huh? What? Excuse me? Curse of Strahd was... Huh? Wait. What?
Why?
Agent! Huh?
Hello.
Who? I hear you screaming. What's going on?
Check the chat at my Twitch.
Okay. Give me a moment.
No. Also, having an archmage aid you in the Amber Temple. Oh yeah. Do you know how Tsuki's character is a reincarnation? Pretty much. I mean, I still remember it. Heck, I'm even one of the note takers of this campaign. Okay, and now for Myyra's dress, which she has a bit of an unconventional wedding dress, if you will. Let me see. Not drawing clothes. Yes, that would That is nice, but that's not where I saved the dress itself. It's gonna be a combination between two dresses that I actually found. One is this gorgeous red and black dress. The other is also this. I
You
mean,
doing okay there, mate?
No.
Oh, I really like that.
I know,
Oh.
right? It is so gorgeous. Let me just put these together.
The
These.
red and black actually suits the colors that Myyra has, with the black and white one.
I mean, I'm using the lace pattern of this to combine with this.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mm.
And yeah,
That's
like I said, Myyra has an unconventional wedding dress because the veil this time is around her cape.
The best of both worlds, then.
Why not? Okay. Her character's past life was, with her own Curse of Strahd game. You see, in the domains of the Dread, things repeat in cycles. So, there was a previous Curse of Strahd campaign before the ones you guys played in. Oh! Wait, that
Yeah.
Oh, yes?
You first.
No, I can wait, you go.
Yeah. I just don't want to. I want you to go first because I don't want to pop bubbles.
I think if anything, mine would actually be word salads because I'm just trying to shoot stuff up the fly.
Well, it's in regards to the. Like, I wouldn't even know what to do for that Curse of Strahd campaign because, as much as I want to, I probably wouldn't bring Thalia back just because of just how bad I botched her. At the end of the day.
Well, you're trying your best to make something that you conceptualize work. I honestly do not blame you, my love.
Yeah, but even still.
Hey, it's alright. There will be a day Thalia will actually shine proper. Okay? It just shows that... It just shows...
Just not that campaign.
No. But but you do raise a good question. You do raise a good point. What do you think, what's gonna happen, what are you gonna do, when it comes to the Ravenloft game that's coming back on the horizon?
Well, that's the thing. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna be part of the Ravenloft thing. No fault, through the DM or the players. It's just I already am part of, like, so many other campaigns and such.
The pain of loving to play.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I just kind of want to host my own games now, given the fact that I keep playing in them.
You tried to host one. What happened to that?
Wait, which one are you referring to?
That playtest.
Okay, so the Veiled Lady, that completed through, and, well, I actually made a little bit of a flaw in that, because I found out the plants had necrotic immunity.
You see, in the domains of dead, things repeat. Oh yeah, I read that thing before. Sorry. Go.
The Reign of Iron that I'm doing with some of the others, that's kind of in a stasis, to say, because I've been trying to find a good day for that. I actually am doing another game, up and coming, and let's just say all the characters will be like, no, what? Let's just play ourselves, just for the fun of it.
As in stand-ins?
Yeah, like literally their characters that they have like V2Ys and such, like as their D&D characters.
Alright, let me get.
Well, what the hell? Why didn't I hear about this?
Oh, don't worry. There's gonna be another that I may run in here because, well, I can't help myself. I can't.
Okay, so let's see.
God knows we got like 3 tubers in here.
I mean, yeah. When Ravenloft returns, Planescape will go on hiatus. Okay, like a sort of season 1 end of sorts.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Okay, so let's see. If we're gonna use this as a reference for the pattern, we're gonna have to get lacing for the. Yes. Okay. Fair enough. Well, I truly did enjoy playing Planescape and getting to see the world that is Sigil.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to play with Strahd, there is one character idea that I've been meaning to try, and never found an opportunity to really try it, mostly because it fell through.
Yeah?
Or, well, maybe not fell through, but it's essentially a case of, like, through no fault, it's the title Heartache that I was going to try, hun.
Oh, that thing that Mickey never got around to finishing.
I mean, shut
Like, it's
What?
again, it's no fault of your own, hun. You're very busy and such.
Wait, which character is this?
It's a my attempt at a Witcher concept.
Oh, ooh.
Oh, right, that ranger.
That one. For a second, I thought it was that Warforge idea.
Oh,
Honestly,
no,
if that picks up again, I might change characters outright. A lot of ideas now.
Okay, this lace is
I
It's-
remember when you gave me that thing, and it still terrifies me.
Savage
I mean, I'm
says
technically
that
giving it a
works.
test run. I mean, I'm technically giving it a test run in the Sigil campaign.
But yeah, Savage says that works. Okay, so let me try to make this lacing on the brow line.
Oh!
Babe, what's going on over there?
I just tried using. I'm using Calervo in Warframe at the moment. I just used
yeah.
his 3 in conjunction with his 1, and I wiped out a squad of Examai in one go.
Oof.
I wanted. When will there be a day Limbo will actually get good again?
When he gets a rework.
Hey, leave Limbo alone. He's been a good. Okay.
He was reworked, honey. He's specifically not being a good boy. That's why he got rework that first rework in the first place.
Hey!
Oh.
Is there even anything here?
Okay.
Why don't even...
I think I have an
Oh,
idea for Myyra's dress. Okay, favorites. I know I have this one here. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, very good. And
Damn, I kind of want to host games too now, but fuck the setup. I don't think I have the patience for it.
It takes a lot of patience
It's
to
a
run a game.
mood.
Well, maybe not so much.
Yeah.
Don't have the patience as the focus.
Yeah,
For me-
with all due respect, Catman, your games have been kind of hit and miss. I'm not trying to insult you or anything. I'm just pointing out observations.
To be fair, you only played in one, and it was with a system that fundamentally sucked. So
That's a fair point.
Is
I'll
that-
concede that.
GURPS.
yeah, GURPS is no. I'm never fucking touching that again.
Okay, for those who are not in the initiate, GURPS is how do we describe this? It's a
GURPS tries to cover literally everything, and it tries way too hard, and it's way too complicated for it.
like the game that we try to play with when it comes to the GURPS system is something like that of a sci-fi-ish genre, of sorts. Whereas I try to play as a character who is a nurse, if you will, with some flora capability.
It was a mishmash of sci-fi and magic, and it would have worked if GURPS didn't get in the way at every opportunity.
Pretty much.
I certainly didn't help because I decided to actually fucking stress test the thing.
Which, granted, I welcomed the stress test. I think I encouraged it outright because I wanted to test the systems out myself. I did not anticipate just how bad it would be.
Oh! Adrian, come
Hello.
12! Hi!
But yeah, I
welcome
found
to
Pathfinder, and
the
I'm never going back to GURPS again.
That is fair.
That is absolutely fair. We will always have to figure out which campaign actually suits us, and there will always be campaigns that are just not agreeable with us. But And it's not just campaigns, but it's also, well, systems too. But I would give anything just so I could actually play into a... I'd give anything if I could just play into another World of Darkness campaign.
I mean, I'd host one, but the only concept I've got in mind is I have not done anything with it in years.
Didn't we try doing a World of Darkness game with you? Like, what was it called? The Chronicles of Darkness, I think?
That was a long time ago, and it technically wasn't my campaign to begin with.
Let's see, how's your day going? My day is good. I am currently drawing my characters as a June bride, if you will, where I take, this is basically my lineup for this month, where the whole month I will take a few selected characters and dress them up as brides. This is a very fun project that I've actually liked doing, and everyone gets to see how the process is basically made. Plus, why not? I like seeing my characters look pretty. And this is a very unconventional get-up when it comes to, Myyra, the character in question, because she is basically a goth MILF, okay?
Not that I'm complaining.
No, I don't think anyone complains about that, because that's...
Yeah, there's no complaints here about a concept like that.
No complaints whatsoever.
Why?
Ooh.
No particular reason.
Why is it that the next time I go into a convention, I'm most likely going to get pillowed?
If anyone recognizes you.
I mean, if I ever went to a convention in America, I would grab a pillow, just for that reason.
I mean, when it comes to cosplaying for conventions, I generally go as Newy because, well, it's the easiest thing I could actually pull off, and I still got the dress. I just need to make sure my weight is not too much where the dress doesn't fit me anymore. Yeah.
Have you considered, like, doing an armored variation?
I haven't actually considered that, if you will.
Like,
it's just
you
that
can do...
Hmm?
Oh, sorry, you gone.
It's just that it requires some level of work in order to make sure it's proper.
Like, there are two ways you could go with the armor, and one of them is through foam sculpting or 3D printing.
Well, that is also true. But if anything, the one thing that also is concerned about me most is the butterfly sleeves, if you will.
The butterfly sleeves?
Okay, allow me to elaborate. Okay. Well, because my outfits, well, the armor that I designed, which I'm going to be bringing this up real fast and loose. This armor mode that you're seeing right now here in chat, this is basically my armor mode, which is coming out very soon. Where I actually get to showcase, where I get to have where it goes a little bit in the magical girl field and whatnot. Thing is, the sleeves that she currently that I currently designed right over here are inspired by the Filipiniana dresses that has the butterfly sleeves on them. And the butterfly sleeves are basically let me just find this real fast and loose. Okay. Are basically this, if you will.
Ah, okay. That...
I don't know how it was actually designed, but that is part of the key design when it comes to Neely's armor set. Cause yeah, if I want to showcase a piece of my culture and heritage, one of the iconic designs in Filipino attires is the butterfly sleeves like this. So yeah.
Alright. because now I'm kind of having thoughts on like how that could be designed in a cosplay because oh god, so many people ask me about why I don't do cosplay yet.
Well, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, hoof shoes are a thing.
Like, that's what some people have said, like, no joke, almost most people in my friends and family think I already cosplay. I don't.
No?
No.
Okay, that's,
I mean, I've considered it.
But what's stopping you?
I think it's just more of the cost and maintenance of it, and then learning how to sew things all together.
Ah! Fair.
Wearing the cosplay is a good thing, but making it is a whole other thing.
Okay. I guess I'll have to make do with Oh no. Okay.
Because now that ideas actually come up, like I just remembered that I may actually have some decent connections for it if I ever actually want to do it. Though I could also see if someone has made a 3D printable variant of shoulder armor of like your pauldrons.
I mean, if you know where to look, I'm sure that if you know where to look, yeah, it can actually be done.
I mean, you can find someone to model them. Our buddy Sen from Warframe actually does like 3D printing and such. You just need to pay for the material.
Yeah.
The World of Darkness game you would play? What World of Darkness game would you play? Vampire, werewolf, mage, changeling, or hunter? Whoa!
She's played Vampire before, actually. And she refactored one of her old characters to be a changeling, so...
I mean...
Yeah. That did happen.
Like, in case for those people who are not there, allow me to basically elaborate, if you will. I did not mean to do that. Okay. Allow me to basically elaborate. Long ago, in the era of 2018, oh god, it's almost 5 years old. It's beyond 5 years old now. But anyways,
Don't worry about it.
long ago, in the era of 2018, I was invited to a World of Darkness campaign, a system that I've never actually done before, and it is there that I actually got to design 2 characters that is for that campaign. One of them is a woman named Daphne Ashton. The other one is okay, hold on a second. Let me just grab my scrap images fast. Okay, where is it?
I was here for this, so I can go ahead and keep the story going. Basically, long story short, the campaign kind of fell apart for various reasons. Mickey was one of the first to end up leaving. But she decided to keep her characters, and she refactored them into Dungeons & Dragons ones instead. More recently, she took it upon herself to take Daphne and refactor her into a new version of herself.
Pretty much. That's weird. That's not the one I was trying to, hold on a second.
I believe I still had the art somewhere myself if you can't find it.
No, wait, I think I found it.
Seems to have missed the the armor and accidentally found your soul lock.
Okay. Here we go. This is the characters that I've made for when it comes to World of Darkness. Well, that World of Darkness. This is Daphne Ashton, and this is Alice Carmichael.
They may be familiar to some of you.
They are very familiar. Yep. In fact, Daphne is my modern world interpretation of what Dione would actually be like. And she has a little bit more of changeling roots compared to Alice, who initially is a ghoul, if you will. Which that actually kind of that became a bit of a shit show. I'm gonna be completely honest. That I decided that I decided that for my for the new interpretation of those two, I made them both as changelings. So if I want to play as if I want to play World of Darkness, I wouldn't mind playing in changeling, because although those two are going to be in very two different play styles, if you will.
Yeah, Alice was built for first edition, which was like old World of Darkness, and Daphne was built for new, I believe.
Exactly. Like Alice here, Alice in this one was once a ghoul, is now that of a changeling, or more specifically the an autumn sheet changeling, if you will. Whereas Daphne for the new World of Darkness, or Chronicles of Darkness, is a changeling that's a Ferris changeling, if you will.
She's one of the pretty ones, basically.
Pretty much.
Pretty accurate.
And one is basically that of a descendant of phase, or just like one of them is like a descendant of phase. One is basically cursed from phase. I think you might get the gesture on how these two playstyles and character storylines are pretty much different.
Yes, first edition changelings are reincarnated Fae, while New World of Darkness is a stolen away human kidnapping victim. Most of the time. Sometimes they do it willingly for reasons nobody can quite understand.
Okay.
And then still others are just unlucky enough to wander in.
Excuse me, may I have your attention? I got your attention!
You're coming with me.
Okay, I don't know if this lace is most likely the right one for the job. I mean, I'm trying to make it much more accommodating to something like this, but I don't think this one's working. So this might have to do again, I guess.
Yeah, if I could get my ADHD under control, I have a Chronicles concept that could work out.
I'm a little bit apprehensive when it comes to Chronicles, but I could try again.
I'm just saying, you made her, you might as well use her, right?
For who? Daphne?
Yeah.
Maybe. It's just that the game that introduced me is a Chronicles of Darkness, and
It's had a sour taste in the mouth ever since.
Granted, some of it I'm partly to blame, but I just wish it was actually run a little bit differently. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, how about we actually go and give ourselves a bit of a break, you guys? Because I'm struggling to make this thing work. I think I need the lacing work. I need a break. So why don't we actually go ahead and do that, okay? See you guys in about 10 minutes.
Kai.
Yep.
Welcome back.
Huh. Okay, it took me a while to get that lace kind of situated, but I think I got it. But other than that, I hope you guys actually had a good break.
I had a good piss.
Okay, so let me go ahead and work on that. Okay, this brush that I recently made for the job is very temperamental, if you will.
Oh?
Well, how do I actually describe this? This is this brush that I'm actually working on is basically the first brush that I actually sort of made. Well, all I did is find a lace texture and decided to put it together to that of a brush. But it's a little temperamental. Like the wrong angle would sort of just make this weird looking. Okay, we'll actually make this weird looking angle, if you will. Okay, so there we go. The claws of Hech.
Damn you!
Oh no, clip. There you
Save
go.
your progress
I'm
right
saving,
fucking now.
I'm saving. Okay, it's safe.
Okay, you know what? Good. Then you deserve one of these. Good girl.
Oh! Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. What are you talking about? I'm fine.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, positive. Why y'all looking at me like that?
I don't believe you.
Why y'all look, I'm fine. There, I'm fine. Okay. Then we're just now gonna go work on the. Oops. Now it's time for us to work on these. Which, let's see. I think we'll have to make this thing a little scaled just a bit smaller or something. I don't know.
Sorry, I don't like the way Twitch works.
That's okay, sweetie. I mean, Twitch is. I think most people would agree it is a little bit on the wonky end.
Yeah.
It has been for how long?
Since its inception.
Pretty much. Okay, so I think I may have an idea to make this thing work. Nope. There we go. Wait. There we go. But you know, of all the games that I can't help but look forward to play that is later down for this stream. We talked about this one yesterday, that there are games that I actually do want to give it a shot to play when I get the chance. One of them is Amnesia, which I am going to be playing coming this October for Halloween month. Another game I can't wait to actually give it a shot to play is BioShock, because I never actually got to. Look, I never got to enjoy the games that were released from that time period. So that's going to be a bit of a treat to actually finally get the chance to explore these, to finally play out these games that were pretty much high in its heyday. Though I'm a little bit hesitant when it comes to BioShock Infinite.
Bioshock Infinite is okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like far from the best in Bioshock, but it's not bad. Just a bit iffy.
Elaborate.
Its story is a tad convoluted, though once you start getting things, a lot of things start making sense. And its mechanics, like, if you don't play the other Bioshocks and start with it, they won't bother you nearly as much. But it is something. But if you play the other ones, it is something to keep in mind.
So... Oh, okay. Then I guess I'll have to be, more attentive to what I'm doing.
Yeah, because it more so plays into existential dread and stuff than true horror, like the first game does.
Wait, how existential are we talking here?
Kind of spoilers to talk about that.
You
Yeah.
know, okay, fair. Okay, you know what? That's fair. Wasn't so bad when it was just in TV in 2007. Then he changed it to Twitch to 2011, which was later bought by Amazon, and it's a morality system of sorts. Oh, okay.
Okay, sorry for dipping as long as I did. I was focusing on some job applications.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Fair enough.
Kind of needed.
Yeah, I applied to like 7, and I had to spend like an hour updating my resume.
Oh yeah.
Man, some stuff's more important than your idiot friends on the internet.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
that's fair. You did told us before. You did told me yesterday that you made a realization that the reason why the applications are not working much on your end is because they're in green. Okay. This lace is over here is not working with me. But I think if anything, she's slowly coming together with this. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, so let's meet. To be good or to be bad is a major factor. Ah, okay.
It's sort of a thing in all the Bioshock games, but it's not nearly as clear in Infinite as it is in the other two.
Fair enough. Oh no. So, which one should I actually give it a shot to play first then?
I mean, you certainly can't go wrong with the first. It is definitely a good game that I can wholeheartedly recommend. 2 is more an action game than it is than the original one was. But it's still good. It's just a different feeling. And then Infinite goes completely off the rails. Like, it's still good, but if you're looking for something that builds off of the first 2, it is not the game you're looking for.
No?
It's completely different setting, aesthetic, and design philosophy. It's still good, just different.
Huh. Then I'll take no to that then. Okay, no. Okay, let me take a good look and see what it looks like for this. Well, what do you think of this one so far?
Hey!
It looks very pretty.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Definitely fits with our aesthetic.
And there's still gonna be a little bit more lacing left to go. Let's see. Have you ever played Fable? No. No, I haven't.
Well, Fable's pretty good too, though I'm not sure you can find it on Steam, or at least the original.
What's wrong with it?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the game itself. It's just I'm not sure if it's on Steam or not.
I mean, I can look it up.
Please do.
I'm gonna look it up, yeah. Since my hands are free. Okay, Steam. Time to answer the question.
Steam in my computer. Show me them.
Show me them deets.
That would be super. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Fable's in it.
Well, there you go.
Oh wait, hold on. That's a new entry. Let me try that again. It looks like Fable Anniversary Edition is on. Oh, and it's 70% off right now. Yeah, you can get this for $10.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
For real.
Though you will be stuck playing a dude in the original. It is an old game. It's got that caveat to it.
Oh.
Yes, but you can mod it.
Is it easy to mod though? Like with Nexus and all that, or the Steam Workshop?
It has a modding DLC, which looks like it got mostly negative reviews.
Uh-oh.
But overall, the game looks like it's got very positive review.
Oh, the game itself is great.
Yep.
Do you think is this too much lace to you, or is it just me?
But yeah, if you wanted the whole game with all the DLC, you can get it for less than $20.
There is no such thing as too much lace, son. Then again, this is coming from a big lace fan, so take that with a grain of salt.
I mean, yeah. I did race you. I'm not gonna finish that. I'm not.
All right, I gotta go.
All right, you take care now. Thank you for coming. Okay, so let me go ahead and fix this, and I think that looks pretty good-ish. Then again, this one over here is kind of messing with me. I thought it would look good, but it's not really on paper.
Good idea in theory, not so much in practice.
Mm-hmm. Because, she looks pretty, this really does look like a very unconventional wedding dress, but I had a feeling when it comes
She's an unconventional lady.
That and also I had a feeling that when it comes to Shatterkai's, their wedding dresses would most likely be in the darker tones.
I mean, it is literally their culture.
Then again, I also had a feeling that when it comes to, this may not be the last time I get to draw an unconventional wedding dress.
Oh?
Yeah. We did that one before when it comes to Melante, whose wedding dress is, a little bit in the showy end.
That's fair. She is definitely more revealing than your standard dress.
Pretty much.
But then again, that's also part of her character. She's always been a bit of a showboat.
And she's not afraid to flaunt her guns as they are also been very helpful when it comes to distraction missions, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to get this area, this little area right here. Okay. Wait. I think I have hold on. I think I have an idea. I think that'll most likely do. Mikado, here's the thing with Fable Anniversary game is that the DLC is mainly cosmetic items, so it's not worth buying since the main game has the full content and all. Ah, okay, fair. And given, you know, it does actually with the concept that has June brides and all, it does raise the good question about what would she be like on her first wedding, if you will. And
That is, I think the feeling should be a bit more conforming to her bride, like essentially do X, Y, and Z. Okay, sweetie, because she's young, starry-eyed, and naive.
I mean, pretty much, Yerrick was her first love, and when you're in your first relationship, first love, and whatnot, you will be very prone to falling for the rose tinted glasses trap, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
That the thing is that you are so enamored with the idea of the person before you, you not really have an idea, you really don't get to know the actual person themselves. And as such, you are able to ignore the things that is most likely their red flags, and this can be which would actually spell disaster when it comes to the relationship. Does that make more sense?
Me.
Okay, hold
It
on.
makes a very good amount of scenes.
It does. It really does, for better and for worse.
Yeah.
But, I think if anything, the honeymoon phase is also what makes or breaks a relationship too, you know?
In what way?
That, you would actually get to, it's how the partner also treats you and the world around your relationship.
Fair enough, but I mean, if you really want to be technical about it, we're technically still in our honeymoon phase.
I mean, pretty much. I mean, it has been what, 8 years?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, I got a gift from. Boy, Splatty, what did you do? What did you give me? And I think I'll give her a black bouquet for this time around. But hey, she's a goth mom. She's a MILF. She's a literal MILF. And that's MILF spelled with an E because Mother Elf. Oh yeah, I need to actually apply her makeup. So, but that's something I'll work on. Okay, so let me think of.
You good, bro? I'm about to stop saying sorry.
Shit.
Shit.
Okay, so let me think of what would be the lace up here. Oh, I guess you'll most likely do. Yeah, you'll most likely do. Or not.
Mm.
Okay, hold on. The thing when it comes to lacing like this, you can't help but kind of experiment which one's not the right one for the job. Okay, But I had a feeling when it comes to flowers, lobelias are not gonna be the ones she chose for her wedding bouquet.
Oh no.
What is it?
Okay, so you're aware of Bricky, right?
Uh-huh.
He has done a thing. A bit of a shitpost thing.
Uh-oh. What did he do?
Boop.
Okay. Let me actually take a look at that real fast. What am I looking at? No! No! Okay, that's a lot of dark colors for Myyra's wedding dress, but I think it should be, it's better this way. It might be better this way. Now, onto, her veil. Which, is that? Not luminosity. No. Opacity. There we go. She's gonna have a nice sheer, veil. Which is similar to the one that we used for the second reference. Hold on. That color may not be the right one. Might be, it needs to be a little bit deeper than that. Okay, scarlet is not your color, Myyra. There you go. But what do you think of unconventional wedding dresses like this? Because, well, chat, question. What are your thoughts on unconventional wedding dresses that is similar to this? That, we've kind of seen from time to time that white is the most common color for wedding dresses. But what are your thoughts on unconventional wedding dresses like this?
Well, I feel they certainly have their place. And while I can see her essentially having, on her first marriage, having a conventional wedding dress, for this one, she's much more true to herself, and the dress reflects that.
Pretty much. Okay. Oh, fuck!
You okay?
I forgot her gloves. But first, lipstick.
Unless the boy splatty, no.
Mer-
Yeah, I will say it's weird seeing her without her makeup. Like, she's still pretty, but it's a little weird.
Don't worry, she's gonna get her goth MILF lipstick makeup, okay? It's
You know
not-
me, I'm more a fan of natural beauty.
Maybe so, but
This isn't you. This is Myyra.
I also like makeup too, sweetie.
I know.
Okay. But speaking of makeup, it reminds me of when it comes to Celine and her journey when it comes to being the goth girl that she became, the perky god that she became. But that's gonna be a story if she actually becomes the next June bride. If she becomes the next June bride. Let's see. To be clear, I'm not
What
telling
the
Nikki
fuck?
to draw just to draw. I just say those types of weddings exist. Huh? Unless it's a nudist wedding. Ow! Ha!
I still don't understand. I'm not sure I ever will.
I think those exist? Those actually exist?
So it would seem.
Okay.
Oh god, I am yawning so much. What's wrong with me?
You had a long day today, and I think I'm also gonna do something similar to that too very soon. I'm gonna most likely lay down before I cook.
I think I'm gonna actually beat you to that punch then.
Hey!
Just
If
go
you're
lay
coming-
down.
If you're going to my office, it's a little preoccupied and messy. Alright, and wedding dress for the eyes. Honey?
Yeah, I know the bed is preoccupied. I moved everything there to clean it. But I should. But. Love you.
I love you too.
Good boy, Chet. I'm gonna go lay down.
Okay.
I mean, Boy Spidey has a point, but still.
Okay. I think I may have to change her makeup to something that's a little bit more, softer, but then again, this seems just good enough as is. Okay. I think that looks okay. No. Okay, this and this. And I think I think it might work if we actually give her some decorations onto her hair. Let's save this first so we don't actually lose progress that we've done so far. But wow, I think I actually did well with this one then. Yep. At least you save the money and don't need to buy a dress for the ceremony. True. I think if anything that you only need when it comes to that occasion is the garter belt for the women, because why not? That exists. It is surprisingly a slow day, but that's okay. I think pretty soon I'm going to be wrapping up. Just so I can actually go ahead and rest, because it's been a long day for me. Okay. No, we're not having that. And, wait, what's the color for this one? Okay. It's close to midnight here. Yeah, don't worry, chat. As soon as we're done with I think we'll stop for at least on the Vale Cave, and then we're most likely gonna call it here. But I do appreciate that you guys came by and watched this process. But hey, at least it's slowly coming together. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and draw that. I will be very surprised if the thumbnail, in passing when it comes to drawing this, was actually a cleavage shot of when it comes to Myyra. I would actually be surprised, and I wouldn't mind laughing when it comes to that. Let's raid Red when we're done. Red Claw is not a bad option, but I also want to know my other options too before I actually make that type of decision. Okay, let's go ahead doesn't really stand out too much than I thought. So we're gonna brighten it up so that way it does stand out. Okay, and there we go. Runia's still running too, for that matter. Okay, that's good, that's good. I guess we have a choice just in case if we're done here. Okay. Okay. What the hell? Unless... Wait a minute. Are you this way because... Okay. No? No? Wait. One of these things is definitely not like the other. Okay. That's not too bad. It's just that she's very, very dark, if you will. But you can still identify some aspects of her outfit, I guess. Okay, I think that's most likely will do for now. I think I'm tired. I'm most likely gonna go and get a break. So I'm gonna call it a day here. Who should we go and raid? I got options as like King Meg, Runia, Reviewer, Ophi, Phoebe, Azura, Redclaw, Basil. Oh, options. Who should we go and raid? Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Catch a tiger by the toe. You know what? A dice roll is not a bad idea. We're gonna go ahead and do that. And where is my... And where is my box? Oh well. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna use... How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm gonna get a D8. That's a D10. There's a D8. Okay. 1 is Runia, 2 is Reviewer, 3 is... No. 1 is Runia, 2 is Ophi, 3 is Azura, 4 is Reviewer, 5 is Phoebe, 6 is Basil, 7 is Redclaw. And... Wait, who's 8? Let me do this all over again. And 8 is King Meg. Okay, let's go. Okay, Runia it is then. Okay, so... We're gonna go ahead and type the raid message right now. Here we go. The raid message is done. And without further ado, how about we actually go ahead and start raiding Runia? Okay, let me go ahead. There we go. I truly do appreciate that you guys came by here today and watching me draw out Myyra as a June bride. And she's slowly coming together. It took me some time to get through the lacing, but hey, she's slowly coming together, so that's good. Join me next week where we actually get back to more shenanigans when it comes to streaming. But until then, this is where the inn is going to close for the day, or close for the week, if you will. May you all have a good night. May you all eat well and rest well. And I'll see you guys next time at the Paper Plane Inn. Take care!